going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today is one of those videos that I haven't even recorded yet, and I already can't wait to share it with you guys. So last night I was busy tilting on ladder. I lost like 300 trophies. Way to go, Ash. Nothing new there. But I'm like, I need a new deck before bed. So I look on StatsRoyale.com at the recent 12 winners in Grand Challenges, and I see this deck, guys. 2.9 fast giant skeleton minor poison deck, and I'm like, this can't be a thing, right? I mean, it's off meta because it has giant skeleton. It looks to be a high skill cap deck because it has minor poison in it, and it's very fast, meaning that timing and placement and decision making and split lane pushes are all going to be very important. It's one of those decks that you can play to really improve your game. It's also one of those decks that takes a little bit of getting used to get the pacing down. However, it also is incredibly fun. Now, the player playing this deck was the Matrix, excuse me. And I go into the clan here. He's in a clan by himself here called Giant Smelly. This is last night. I go in there and I'm like, hey man, you mind if I like share the deck? Do you actually like the deck, or was it a fluke 12 win? And he's like, no, not a fluke. First of all, it's TiltedEddie, who's been on the channel before. And Eddie's like, nah, dude, it's not a fluke. It's a really good deck. And I've been beating pros left and right with it, rattling off Grand Challenge wins. And I'm like, whoa. Do share these pro replays you speak of, kind sir. And he shares a replay against Surgical TS. Amazing player, has been on the channel many times before. The pro who took down Pompeo. And the Sniper, who's also been on the channel before. Another Sandstorm pro, top ladder player, and just a really all-around good player. And I'm like, wow, now you're talking, dude. I want to do a video tomorrow morning. So here it is, tomorrow morning, boom. And I want to go ahead and see if we can start the untilt on ladder. So we're going to suffer through one live match of yours truly before we hop into those pro replays. A really fun deck. He plays it very aggressively. And oh my God, we're going against the Big D. And when you see a big D, what do, guys? You just stab it. You just spam the stabs. Oh, oops. Get a little carried away there. All right, so here we go. He starts off with split barbarians in the back here. I'm just going to chill. No reason yet to commit my giant skelly. Okay, now there's a big reason. I'm just going to poison this. I'm going to zap this. I want to get to my Mega Minion, obviously, here, guys. He is going to get a hit, one swing, or one bomb drop, excuse me, on that tower. Let's see if I can get this miner in real quick. I can. And it looks like that Mega Minion's going to be able to evade that Tesla. So we didn't result in any damage, and he got a hit with a balloon there. So not the way we necessarily wanted to start this match here, guys. The fact that he has the Tesla's one of the best weapons against this deck, so we're going to see how we do. Let's just hit it with the giant skeleton in the lane that he's going for and see what he does. So he has barbarians and Tesla and balloon, baby dragon, fireball. Did he have fireball or arrows? I think fireball. So this is going to be a challenge, just because of how many counters he naturally has here. All right, I'm just going to drop the fireball. I'm just going to drop the giant smelly there, and again he can hit me with a balloon. I probably should have been more careful on that. He doesn't have enough elixir. Okay. I was going to say, should have been a bit more careful, though, on the... he doesn't have fireball in hand, so that's going to be a nice, easy... Wish I had a little bit more elixir to cast my miner. But it looks like we're going to get a couple of those little minions to the tower. Again, just chipping away here, guys. So this is a very interesting deck that he's playing here, huh? A balloon. It looks like balloon cycle is totally in vogue right now. Let's see what he's got for me. Nothing. So we're just going to giant skeleton in the back here. He's going to split those barbs again, so you know he's going to come out with a balloon push here. Just a matter of what lane he goes for. I'm just going to cycle over here. I am going to go ahead and poison. We're going to go ahead and cast. Why am I saying cast? Ooh, he hit me with a surprise freeze there. Didn't see that coming, but we do prevent any damage. Gonna send in that miner, get a little bit more chip damage. Meanwhile, we get a lot of skeletons and crap coming down. Skeletons. Get a lot of minions coming down, but we don't make contact again. So we're chipping away here. I don't yet want to play anything. I'm gonna play a high Mega Minion here. Try to get another poison down here. All right. Ooh, nice activation there. Didn't know he had NATO, obviously. That's news to me. So he has NATO and Tesla. Are you kidding me, dude? That is so dirty. All right, so this is going to be tough. He has freeze. He also has Oh, he missed the freeze. He missed the freeze. That's why I played it high. And Giant Skeleton's gonna get there. Let's stab the big D. Let's stab the big D. Oh, it's not gonna get there, but the miner finishes it off. All right, we'll give him a kiss. Good game, well played. I'm just trying the new emotes. I'm not trying to be a dirty BMer. But you can see how this deck can be fun, right? You gotta be on your toes, though. It's like a fast-paced deck. Again, we'll play it some more later on. Not in this video, but are these chests pissing you guys off? The magical and the super magical? I figured I'd be one of those YouTubers and put like a bunch of cool chests and then maybe open them up once we hit like a certain sub count or something stupid like that. I don't know. You guys think that's a good idea, or is that just incredibly stupid? I should just open the chest next video. Let me know. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch some good replays here, guys. Let's start with the one against Surgical TS. You can see Surgical TS playing the new OP bait deck with Rascals and Valkyrie. It's a very, very tough deck. Let's just hop right into this replay and see how Matrix handles him. So again, kind of an interesting starting hand here that Matrix starts with, guys. He has that miner, he has both minion cards, and he has poison as his last card and one cycle card in the Ice Spirit. So right off the bat, Surgical TS comes in with the Goblin Barrel, so we're just going to respond immediately with that miner, always trying to combo some minor chip damage whenever we possibly can, and then we cast that poison spell. Here I am again with the cast. I guess it is spells, so you do cast them, but usually I say use. I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm very snooty about my spell terminology. All right, so it looks like Surgical's going to start off a big push here, starting with a Valkyrie in the back. It looks like we're probably going to answer this with a Mega Minion, which is interesting. I probably would have went with Giant Skeleton, so just trying to learn myself here, according to the decision-making here of Matrix. So there goes the Rocket, getting a decent Rocket value there for Surgical TS, putting him substantially in the damage lead, or at least 300 damage in the damage lead. Meanwhile, this Giant Skeleton, with the aid of the Princess Tower, is going to take down this Valkyrie. Giant Skeleton sitting pretty at, I don't know, 2/3 health or so. So we're going to send in the Miner here, but we're going to juke Miner, send him into the tower instead of the Princess, and then we're going to poison. This is one of those plays that you guys are going to want to try out at home. If you do go against a bait deck or a Hog Princess deck, fake like you're going to send the miner into the Princess, poison instead, and get more chip damage on that tower. And you can see we're able to take that tower down to 1206 HP. So a very lucrative push there for Matrix. So again, here comes another big push, another good decision making using the Giant Skeleton here and the Mega Minion against the Goblin Barrel, knowing that the opponent Surgical didn't have enough elixir yet to cast another rocket after they already backed up that push with the Rascals and everything else coming down. So now here comes a counter push on our own. We zap those goblins away, and boom, we get the Giant Skeleton to that left tower, and he's gonna die. Tower's gonna die. Bye-bye 1,000 HP or so. How much does the Giant Skeleton bomb do at tourney standard anyway? Nice log here by Surgical TS, keeping that Princess alive and outside of the Ice Spirit death range. Now we're going to have to play some quick defense here, and a very nice cycling to those skeletons there by Matrix, kind of taking that thick boy and keeping him preoccupied away from that left tower. So again, here on the right, we're going to have to use a miner defensively. Using the miner defensively is going to be something that you're going to find yourself doing quite frequently with this deck, guys, mainly because you only really have two tanky type troops, the Miner and the Giant Skeleton. So you have to use the Miner as a defensive tanky type distraction in a lot of scenarios. So here the opponent splitting their damage. We zap here, and then the Valkyrie is coming in. We play the Miner up there. Didn't really do much, but it doesn't matter because we don't need him to do much here. All we have to do is lightly defend, and here you go. That's the victory. Surgical TS going down, and a little bit of old school emote BM coming through by Eddie there. Let's watch the Sniper replay here and see how we face a Lava Loon matchup with this deck. Some of you might be asking already, how do I handle like a Lava Loon when I have Giant Skeleton, 2 minions, and that's about it, right? So we'll see how he handles it, guys. It's gonna be, I'll tell you ahead of time, it's gonna be pressuring the opposite lane with the Giant Skeleton as soon as they drop the balloon. That's something that you have to do with this deck. Drop a Giant Skeleton opposite lane and then go aggressively so they can't support their balloon. We go in early here with a Miner push on that left tower. The Sniper says, wow. We respond Mega Minion on Mega Minion crime in that left lane, guys. Our Mega Minion is going to come out victorious with just a little sliver of HP off of him, and then we're going to go ahead and use that poison on offense. They're taking down that tombstone, and then allowing our Mega Minion to finish off that boy rascal, or at least get him down so the tower can finish him off. You can see the Sniper is playing a version of this deck with the lightning, so that's going to come into play later on. Now, here's the Lava Hound coming down the left lane. The right lane, you can see he's sitting on minions, he's sitting on the arrows. Of course, Matrix having the keen awareness here to realize that the opponent didn't have Tombstone back in cycle there, so he went super aggressive with that giant skeleton right away, able to take down that right tower. So the Sniper, you can actually read his mind right now. He's thinking to himself, okay, I just want a tower trade. I want to take down that left tower, and he doesn't get it done here. So right now, the Sniper is going to have to sacrifice some more HP off his left tower or do whatever he can to cycle to another Lava Loon push because he knows he'll have the advantage come double elixir time. So this match is not over yet, and that's something that I got to stress with you guys when playing this deck. Sure, you have Giant Skeleton, but it's still a 2.9 minor cycle deck, meaning that you will be at a disadvantage in double elixir time against most matchups. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you're really getting value, exercising as much value as you can from your giant skeleton at all times, especially in double elixir time. Ideally, just like this situation, you're gonna have one tower down going in to sudden death overtime, or excuse me, going into just double elixir time. So here we go again, guys. It's going to be a big push this time. This time we're not going to be able to stop it. We have to be very careful here not to get 3 crowns, so we are going to do some light defense with those minions, making sure we take down that balloon, because a big push here from the Sniper could actually 3 crown us here, so we want to be very careful. So here it comes, Rascals and a Lava Hound in the left lane. We go in with a Miner, guys. We use the poison instead on defense. Very smart poison there by Matrix. I think I probably would have been super aggressive, seeing those minions, and then just use my poison against those minions on my Miner. But look at this. Had he not used that poison there, had he still have to deal with the girl Rascals, he definitely would have been 3 crowned. Instead, he's able to cycle to more minions, more minion horde here, and we have that left tower down so low that we know in overtime it doesn't matter. We're going to be able to take it down here. So again, just cycling minions, skeleton, ice spirit, mega minion, minions, ice spirit, skeletons, mega minion, right, on defense. And you can see how if you identify which cards that you need defensively, you can always cycle a 4-card rotation and keep just spamming those cards that you need and getting back to it really quickly. So a nice victory there against the Sniper. Now I do have one more replay here against Leonard Skinner, baby. Free bird. It's a 3-0. Man, this isn't even fair, right? I mean, 3 Muskies, you guys know I am a 3 Muskie user, I'm a 3 Musketeer lover, and I am bummed out because with all the Valkyrie, all the Mega Knight, and now the Giant Skeleton going around, I'm totally screwed when it comes to 3 Musketeers, but we'll watch the replay anyway. I mean, how does this 3 Musketeer player even have a chance against this deck? That's the question. So we're going to go ahead and do double speed here, because at least until double elixir time. Uh-oh. Allergy season. Sorry, guys. I can't help it. All right, so we attacked that pump with the Miner right off the bat there. And right now we're just cycling. You can see how Matrix early on, he just cycles, you know, not super aggressive, but you got to realize too that we can cycle back to whatever we need. So, you know, going in with that Giant Skeleton isn't a bad idea. And look at the Giant Skeleton. I mean, granted, we did take a lot of damage here, but the opponent spent so much elixir kiting him around, and now finally they have to use 3 Musketeers. Boom! Well played, but not really, right? This is going to be well played right here, though. Freezing that Musketeer, having her retarget onto the Mega Minion, and now we got, boom, another Giant Skeleton push in the left lane this time, and the opponent only has an Ice Golem left. You can see, again, the aggressiveness with the Giant Skeleton there. We take the left tower down. We have a lot of damage on that right tower. The only thing that Leonard Skinner can do in this situation is just keep pumping up and pray and hope for the best. But with poison, always 3 cards away, essentially, like actually 4 elixir away. We can keep cycling back to it. I mean, the Leonard Skinner here really has no hope, you know? And we didn't even have to play in normal time. You guys can pretty much see, but basically just cycling to more giant skeletons, more poisons. We always have an answer to the minion horde, to the 3 musketeers, or to the pump between the miner and the poison. You know, it's really an easier matchup, but it just goes to show the sheer strength of this deck when you're playing against a deck that inherently gives you the advantage. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Really fun deck to play. Don't be discouraged if you lose a lot with it early. Again, it takes some time to get the pacing and the timing and the placement and understanding your cycle, but hopefully these replays helped you out in that direction a little bit. I apologize for my sneeze earlier, guys, and my stabbing BM. This has been a very dirty video on the part of yours truly, but you guys have been amazing watching all the way till the end. I really appreciate it. Make sure you go ahead and check out the recent 12-win decks. I'll include a link to that on statsroyale.com. If you guys want to find decks there yourselves, go ahead and feel free to do so. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. How could I forget Bren? Does so much for this community. I say this all the time, but behind the scenes, sponsoring events all the time, doesn't get a lot of credit. It's been a while since, you know, he hosted the $2,000 tournaments, but he still does so much for everybody. So I would be remiss in the wrong if I was to forget to thank my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. Make sure you check out his information in the description below. Now, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, take care, guys.